The log is off.
Hello, everyone. The Log is Off podcast here, coming in loud and clear.
See, mine was better last week.
Before we come on, we always decide who's going to speak first, and I said I'll speak first. And then when I had to speak, I didn't actually know what to say.
I thought you were going to say something. That was almost as bad as the rap. In fact, it was a rap.
I nearly went into rapping territory there. Actually, that's what I nearly pulled out. It felt wrong. Sorry about that, everyone. Hello, welcome to the Log is Off podcast. I'm your host, Martin, and I'm with my good mate, Dan.
Now you've made it sound like we're on CBeebies.
Oh, I don't know what's the
Tonight
matter.
we're going to read you a bedtime. Oh, that's just gone weird, isn't it?
I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. So introductions aside, you know what? I think I was going to launch into trying to give people the premise of this podcast of why we started it. The reason we started this podcast was because you were a lager drinker. I was a beer drinker, a beer wanker, some people might say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would.
And the idea was that we'd go through beers and we'd tell you a little bit we'll talk about the beer, we'd give you all the things on the tasting notes and the hops and how it's brewed and all that sort of stuff. And if you go back to season 1, it did start a little bit like that. But now we don't do an awful lot of talking about beer. We just have a little bit of a chat and we see if we like the beer that we've picked. So we do still pick beers, and Dan has thus far, in 3 seasons and about 60 episodes, has not actually declared that he doesn't like a beer yet. So it kind of puts the whole premise of what we're doing into ridiculousness territory. But we rather like it, and we hope you do too.
So, could you say then that I'm now a beer expert like you?
What flavour profile does Citra hop give you? No, you're not. No, you're definitely not. And also, I'm drinking a lot less
Lemons.
beer. Have you done a bit of an internet search? Have you?
No, I know. I didn't let it speak.
So I'd say no, and I've stopped drinking as much and stopped drinking as many beers. I still haven't reached my elusive 3,000 unique beers on Untapped yet. It's taken me. I had 300 left, and it's taken me months and months to get there. So
you'll get there, mate, one day.
I think I'm only about 10 away or something like that. We'll do something special for me 3,000th beer.
Speaking of being good, how's the weight loss journey?
Good. Yeah, good. I made some empty threats and promises in a couple of episodes ago where I said I was going to buy myself a bike, and I made the decision to join the gym, neither of which I have followed through with. So I don't have a bike, and I don't have a membership card for a gym.
Excellent. Well, one step at a time, mate.
But I have lost some more timber. So that's
excellent.
Good. What about yourself?
I don't know. Because we've had scales disasters for the past week or so.
What, too fat for the scales?
Yeah, because I had to use one for each leg.
Add them up.
So the scales we used in the bathroom were they were already sensitive as hell, right? But you found the sweet spot and you stood still, and then you would get it right. 3 times you get it right. But for some reason, they've just gone absolutely mad. So we'll put a new battery in, and you could literally have put 2 stone on, lost 3 stone, put half a pound on, put 6 pound on. Every time you went on, it was just so mad.
It's weird. Scales are weird, though, aren't they? Because I reckon if you haven't got a dial, which no one's got these days, then you're always a bit uncertain of whether they're going to work or not.
So you could have your bathroom floor calibrated to make sure it's flat.
Yeah. We've got tiles in our bathroom floor, and I go for the same spot every single time on the same tile with the same layout. That's how I do it.
So we ordered some new scales from Amazon, and my missus chose them. And it was, so they were bathroom scales, but they had a button in the middle. and you pressed the button, and that powered the scales for 30 seconds.
Well, that's quite a good idea.
Like wind-up torch?
That's quite a good idea.
That concept, like it uses kinetic energy or whatever to power it. But we couldn't get them to come on, so we had to send them back.
So you might be half a stone heavier or half a stone lighter. We just don't know.
Well, my missus planted the seed in my head that what happens if them scales have been wrong all the time and we don't know what weight we are? And I was like, don't say that, man.
Do you know one of the things that we did do once, because we had exactly the same thought process on one of our many diets that we've been on. We had the same thought process, and we said, right, we'll go to the gym, because we were going to the gym at that point, and we'll use the scales in the gym, and then if nothing else, it's constant. So you know it's constant the whole time.
Yeah.
But the boots have also got them as well. They're quite good. But
I'm not getting weird in front of the public, like.
I was going to say you'll probably look a little bit silly.
You can just imagine that, can't you, in Washington? You'll be on the scales and someone will be looking over shoulder going, "You've what, cunt?"
So I'm still the big thing though that's probably going to kill me diet is I've booked an all-inclusive cruise for 2 weeks.
Where to?
It's around the Mediterranean, but it's like weird places. It's like Croatia and Slovenia and Italy and Crete.
Have you been on a cruise before?
Never.
See,
don't know what to think.
We're at that age now, aren't we? Where it's like that's starting to become attractive. And I tell you what, I've said this before on the podcast. I tell you what I like about the idea of a cruise, that it's fun while you're traveling. Yeah,
well, there's not massive days. Like the maximum you're at sea is like 1 day. And I think over the 2 weeks, I think you've got a maximum of like 3 days at sea.
But it's shit being in a car or a plane or a train for like any more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
So if you can go to the casino or drink beer while you're travelling, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So this is good. So basically, we're going with me brother and sister-in-law. Mm-hmm. So they'd already booked this cruise up, and they came up to our house and they said, "Do you fancy it?" We're like, "Nah, not at all." And I'm like, "No way," because if I think I'll be beside myself. And then I was thinking about it a bit more, and and I just thought, why don't we just try it?
Why would you be beside yourself?
Because I think I'll get bored. I'm the world's worst person on holiday.
I get a bit bored, like.
I'm just terrible, and I like to go off and have walks and stuff like that. But I suppose you can walk around the ship.
There'll be pools and shit, is there?
I mean, there's only 9 bars and 11 restaurants.
Oh well, is it that mad one where it's got like it's got like Wet and Wild attached to it?
No, it's got nothing. It's an older ship, but it's an adults only ship as well, so there'll be no kids on it, which is like very appealing.
Now, have you read the small print? Because that sounds like a sex holiday to me.
We have had that discussion.
The pension club walking around in the nud.
No, apparently it's a very thing, and it's done by TUI, so it's not it's not a sex cruise.
Okay, well,
we'll
have to report back.
We'll see, won't we?
When do you go?
October.
Fucking miles off.
It is a long way, so I've got a long time to lose more weight to gain back on in that 2 week period.
Yeah, for your sex holiday. Mm-hmm.
Right. I might lose more weight if it's a sex holiday. Right. On to the beer. This week we are on Yonder Raspberry Ripple.
Now, have we had this before?
No, but we've had a Yonder before. We've had a Yonder beer before, definitely.
It wasn't this one then?
I don't think so, because I think this is a relatively new one. So I don't think so.
All right. Okay.
This is a pastry sour, 4.2%. And I need to read you the tasting notes for this because it kind of sets the stall out quite well. We have lovingly loaded heaps of the freshest tart and fragrant raspberry puree into this vanilla-laden pastry sour beer and gave it the gentlest of stirs. Come on, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, there's a jury out, mate.
I don't like stuff like that. It's a kind of beer, lads, how
Yonder do some good beers. Wait until we'll just open that down and have a smell.
What is it? Is it a sour?
It's a sour, but just open it and have a smell. What does it smell like?
Raspberry Rebel. Doesn't it?
That does smell good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So, do you want to give us a bit of can art?
I mean, they've gone for simple. I don't like the font. I wouldn't have chose that font. But what is it with me and leaning?
It's weird. It's weird. This can. It's not very good. Yonder usually do simple cans, but they're usually quite good. Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Cheers, buddy. Bottoms up.
Hang on. I've got all fizz. Hang on. Damn.
It's zingy.
Oh. I mean, reserve judgment. We're going to have the heartburn tonight.
Oh, God, it's made us go a bit funny. It's sour. We can say that.
Very sour.
Okay, we will reserve judgment until later. So after we cruise, so talking about having lots of restaurants to go to, I had another posh restaurant experience.
Did you?
This week, yeah. So I went to a local restaurant in Lancaster with me missus, and this is not a Michelin starred, but it's recently been given the thumbs up by Jay Rayner. Where do you
don't want your thumbs up
of Jay Rayner? Oh, that's made us feel a bit queasy.
Is food critic the stupidest job in the world?
It is. It's probably the best job in the world, surely.
This tastes nice. Thanks, mate.
Well, no, because they're meant to be judging. I quite like Jay Rayner, actually. Jay Rayner's quite a good one. I mean, he's a bit
Isn't
of
he
a
Claire
pompous...
Rayner's son?
Yeah, and he's a pompous prick. But I don't mind him. I quite like him. So anyway, he's tipped this and given the thumbs up Jay Rayner for the Merchants in Lancaster. And this used to be, it's a place where I go for a drink, basically. So it's like a pub. And if I go to Lancaster, I go and have a few pints there. It does quite good ale. But what happened to it is it's got this new chef and they're going a bit posh. And they do once every couple of months they're doing this tasting menu. So it was it was a 12-course meal.
Jesus.
Would you like to hear what was on it?
Yeah, and can I guess how much it was as well? That's fun.
You can, yeah. You can. So it was...
Hang on, did they do like a happy hour?
No. What do you mean?
Like some pubs do happy hour on a Saturday afternoon or something.
Oh, no. It was just like...
You get
it was
3 courses
special.
for like £8.
No, it was a set price for the set menu.
All right,
So we had crab, apple, and avocado with a creme fraiche puree. We had pork scallop with a brioche tartlet with caramelized apple gel. Applebee duck egg, summer truffle, and pom puree. Duck fat and onion focaccia. Smoked deer tartare with beer, fermented celeriac, and a mushroom crisp. Poached monkfish with green olive and asparagus espuma with white asparagus. Lamb loin and sweetbread with wild garlic, almond crumb, Madeira, and black garlic. Vanilla yogurt.
Fruit corner.
with a rhubarb compote. Bergamot cream with a white chocolate tuile, verbena curd, and creme fraiche sorbet. Port and Stilton stuffed truffle, and a pâté de fruits.
I mean, apart from half the words I didn't recognise, I wouldn't have thanked you for a lot of them dishes.
And I thought that when I saw the menu, actually. When we first got it, because they don't release the menu until like a few days before you go. So when I looked at it, I did think, But it was quite nice. It was decent. We enjoyed it.
Did you get wine with it as well?
We had the wine flight as well, yeah.
Right. I don't know if I've asked this before because I've never been to one of these Ponzi places, but when you get the wine menu, right, do they bring a glass of wine out for every dish?
No, so you get a wine flight and you get like... I mean,
What's a wine flight?
A wine flight is like they choose the wine to match the courses. You don't usually get one with every course, so you get like one every other course. This was quite a generous wine flight, in fairness. And they were pouring like sometimes you only get a little trickle on a wine flight, but these were quite generous measures, to be fair. And I think there was about 6 or 8 altogether. Six wines. And had a couple of pints as well. So there you go. Good. It was decent. I would go again. That's my review.
So do you want us to guess the cost?
Go on, have a go. So I haven't got... I'll just have to work this out. Hang on. Because I've forgotten how much it was. But
so I'm just going to do the menu and the wine flight, right?
Yeah. Your
beers don't count.
Okay.
I'm going to say...
What about tip?
Do you tip, like?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll add the tip in as well. So I'm going to say £170.
275. But that was for two. That was for two.
If I was doing it for two. If I went to a restaurant and they brought a bill for 2 people for £275, I would weep.
I mean, we knew what we were getting. We knew we were paying. That's what it was cost. And I left a generous £25 tip.
That's insane, mate. There's old people can't afford the heat.
Oh, sorry. I should have saved some of me. Duck fat focaccia so they can burn it.
Well, okay, that sounded. What was the dessert?
Vanilla yogurt. Rhubarb compote, blood orange, and citrus fouillantine.
Don't know what that means.
It was a biscuit. It was delicious, actually.
Was it?
Bergamot cream, white chocolate tuile, verbena curd, and creme fraiche sorbet, which was nice as well.
Okay, good.
So yeah, so there you go. I've killed you now to silence, haven't I?
I thought you'd gone again. I shit myself there. Right, we'll just have to come back.
Did you think we'd had an IT breakdown?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So the wine flight. Just to tell you about the wine flight. The wine flight that came with it. It's like I say, when you get wine flight, sometimes you get like a glass of champagne or something, and they cut through all that. There was no sparkling wine at all. It was all normal wine, but they had one, and for me, a sign of a wine that's off is wet dog. And I had a wine that tasted like wet dog. And I watched the table next to us drink it and go, that is delicious. And I'm thinking, this is awful, this wine. And then I thought, well, I might have actually sent it back as being a bit corked, but maybe it wasn't. I just haven't got
maybe
a good
that's
enough...
what they were going for.
I haven't got a good enough palate, and I haven't got a good enough knowledge of wine to understand. So.
Yeah. I would have sent it back.
Thanks for that. Well, next time you come to my house, which you've never been to, I'll take you to the thing and we can have. They do a pub menu. Usually, you get fish and chips for like 15 quid.
All right, mate. Thanks for that offer. I'll appreciate it. Right, what you been watching on YouTube, big man?
Oh, on the shorts, on the YouTube minis, the main ones.
I tell you what I love about YouTube, right? You can literally find a video on anything. Like you could put 4 words together now, and I could type it into YouTube, and there'd be a video about it.
Yeah.
And I came across something the other day, and I can't stop watching it. And this guy, he's called. Well, I'll tell you what the title of the video.
Tell us what the guy's called first.
I don't know what he's called.
Oh, right,
but
okay.
the channel. I'll tell you what the channel's called. But it's his name as well in the channel, and you tell me what it's about.
Right.
So he's called Hoof GP.
Love it. Know exactly what it is. Absolutely love it. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than pus squirting out of a cow's hoof.
Who knew? I can't stop watching it.
Do you want to elaborate for anyone that hasn't listened to this?
So basically, Hoof GP is exactly what it says on the. He's literally a general practitioner for lame cows. So he goes around all these farms where he lives, and he's got this like machine that traps the cow and lifts its leg up. And it's usually when the cow's been limping around for a while, isn't it? And he's got this mad like sort of knife thing.
Knife
and he
razor.
just starts shaving the hoofs. And then he'll get to this point and you'll see a little bit of black. And then he'll just peel it back and all of a sudden...
But he's doing a voiceover as well, isn't he? And it's like he's explaining what's happening. Yeah, that spray of pus is all you're waiting for, isn't it?
And he'll go, oh, that's got to be some pressure off for the cow. And you hear the cow go...
It is. I've seen loads. I don't know how that is in my algorithm. So
it's
with
brilliant. Mate, it gets millions of views.
Yeah. But why does it pop up? I just don't understand it.
I suppose it's quite friendly, isn't it? There's no like.
There's a couple of copycats as well.
Is there?
Yeah. There's a Hoof GP and I think there's a. Is he the Irish one or not? There's an Irish one as well.
Oh, I'll have to have a look out for them.
But the Hoof GP, yeah, and his videos are like really well made and stuff, and they've got like nice music on them and everything. Yeah.
It's really relaxing.
This is possibly the worst I've ever seen in a cow's hoof. And then there's an embedded nail in there that's about 6 inches long.
This poor cow.
So I'd had, I actually just last night, I went into this rabbit hole of this guy. And again, I don't know why it popped up, but he was making the world's smallest electric motor. Right. So let me put this into context. The electric motor. How do I put it into context? Put your finger up, and then look at the end of your finger, and imagine a speck of dust on the end of your finger.
How was he making it that small?
That is how big the electric motor was.
Can I just make? Is he Chinese?
Nope, British.
Really?
And he's doing it, and it's all done in a microscope, and he's doing it with a lathe, and you think he was like chiseling off the shaft. And he's chiseling off this shaft, and it's like making it round. You can see it like going down and get around. And he's drilling a hole in the end of it. And then he goes, I'm trying to cut the end off, so I've got this like tube, and it keeps pinging off. And he said every time it pings off, that's it, it's gone, because there's no way in hell's green earth I'll ever find anything like that. And it's like less than a human hair's width. It's unbelievable.
Why is he doing that? Has he got like a really small car?
He wants free electricity.
He's going to make like thousands of them to power his home.
But there's so much on YouTube that you can just fall into and just start watching and think this is amazing.
I'll sometimes watch stuff and I'll be watching it for an hour and I'll go, what am I doing?
Have you seen the one that does the nostalgic TV adverts?
No.
From the 80s and 90s. There's a guy, he's a Geordie guy, I think, or he's from the northeast somewhere.
Oh, I think I have seen him actually.
Do you remember this one from 1986? Have a look.
Have you seen like things like as well? People having car crashes. Not like serious car crashes, but like
bumps. Cameras in the car ones. Aye. Yeah. And it's like there's like the going along singing like it's the eye of the tiger. Oh, you crazy!
Shitting Peugeot.
And some people's reaction, especially English people, some people's reaction is like, "Oh, well, that was a bit silly." Ripped the front end of his car. Spots as well. Spot squeezing is always one that goes down quite well with me. Always love a spot.
Yeah,
I did go down another hole which was infected ingrown toenails. That was a little bit too niche.
Too much. That's like in the back. That stuff.
That's dark web shit.
What about people cleaning things? So someone will find a really dirty gun in the mud.
Oh, you talking about?
And they'll restore it.
Tipsy Tube or something like that, is it called?
Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. And he does although some of the things that they clean up, they have blatantly put there themselves.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah.
Oh, I found this Game Boy in a muddy bog. You didn't, did you?
You bought it off eBay, put it in a muggy.
Yeah, and you've changed it to clean it.
But sometimes they'll buy like Super Nintendos that have been in someone's smoking house for like 30, 40 years,
orange.
and they're yellow.
Yeah.
And they put them in them electricity baths to clean them.
Have you ever... there's another English guy on, and he fixes electronics. And again, it's just amazing. I don't know. It might be something like
It's
that.
just a top-down view of his hands, and he's like...
No, this guy's a beardy weirdy. And he's quite funny as well. And he makes his own crazy 8-bit pop as well and plays it in the background. He's quite good. Yeah. So nothing special, mate, but I just love a bit of the YouTube.
Are you all right?
I'm just having the hiccups. Can I tell you my favourite?
What?
Of course. I think I've spoken about it before.
Oh, God.
Tin Fish
I know what
Reviews.
it is. I tried to watch that, and he's just a knobhead.
He's not. Why?
Because he's just, I don't know, he's just weird.
Yeah, he's weird. That's what I like about it. It's brilliant. Any man
I'm not a
who
fan.
can... it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Do you know who else I quite like? That Mash Tag.
Oh, yeah. He's a prick.
I feel that I shouldn't like it, but
He's
I
a
do
prick,
quite like
but
it.
there's something about him that's like, hello, Danielson.
Yeah. But you can't watch him eat because he's disgusting.
Nah. But he's like, he just goes anywhere and just like, he's confident, and he's
just
normally
a bit.
pissed.
Yeah, pissed. Right. Are we going to give this a little bit of a review then?
Yeah.
So, the beer was Yonder, Raspberry Ripple, Pastry Sour, 4.2%. Dan, take it away. Give us your review. You're trying to press the lagers off, aren't you?
Hang on.
The log is off.
You need to give us more time to get into that. It's your fault.
I asked for your review, not for you to say the lagers off. I didn't actually ask you the question, did I?
You'd never ask us for a review normally.
But I was bucking the trend.
All right. Well, it's all right, but as I got further down, I enjoyed it less.
Oh, interesting. But you
nice,
still give it a lagers off.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. I think that initial drink was so
zingy.
Once I got used to it a bit.
It's a bit thin, I think.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
It's a bit tonicky.
Yeah. Nice stuff.
But yeah, I enjoyed that. So we are still looking to go live. We're still looking for a few more subscribers so that we can go live on our TikTok and the Instagram.
Do you know what I've just thought? Every single end of episode out of, well, not for 60 because we didn't do it for 45 of them, we'll always announce the socials. We should probably do that first.
What, and actually wait until people actually listen to us?
Yeah, because we're kind of under the assumption that people have sat for 28 and a half minutes through this, and then they're going to listen to our social begs.
Can you do me a favour, please? Mm-hmm. Can you just release a short to everyone, which is just our socials? And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Just as introducing your socials. You never know. You never know.
Okay, I'll do
How
it.
can Hoof GP have millions of hits and Hashtag Brady have millions of people following them, and we put out premium, off-the-cuff content for no listeners? I don't understand.
I think it's probably got something to do with the fact that I was going to say we're fat idiots drinking, but that's pretty what Hashtag Brady is. I don't know. That's a conundrum, isn't it?
Maybe it's the level that we put out. Maybe we've just got to spam and spam for spam's sake.
Yeah.
Which we're not going to do, are we? Let's face it.
No. So follow us on Instagram at The Lagers Off, on YouTube at The Lagers Off, on TikTok at Lagers Off. Give us a like and a follow. Like Martin said, we're trying to get to, I think it's 1,000 on TikTok so we can go live. Not sure about Insta. If it's 1,000, we've nearly got that.
There we go. So it might be in there.
And I don't think we'll get YouTube Live because you've got to have like 60 billion followers and 3 billion uploads or something. So,
well, stick with us. Hope you've enjoyed our content. We've been. We need. I think we need to take some big hitters on next time. I think we've still got a couple of big hitting heaven and hells, haven't we? That maybe we should knock out.
I think we're getting towards the end of season 3 as well, aren't we?
I think we are. I think we've got maybe 4 episodes.
Yeah, I think we need some ideas for series 4.
I have got terrible burps and terrible indigestion from that, so I'll be really sorry.
So if you want to go and watch Hoof GP, I'll put his link in the description.
Micro manufacturing
and
fish reviews. Can you tag him into this post, please?
Has he got like millions of followers?
I think he's got a fair few, yeah.
Has he? All right. Yeah, well, we'll give it a go. I'll probably beep out us calling him names then.
Sherlock, hang on, let me see. Tin Fish Reviews. He has... he's a TikTok man, though, isn't he? Not a...
Is he? I don't know.
Right. Tin Fish Reviews has... 600,000 followers.
I mean, you can see why people get annoyed with social media. Some people have spent thousands and thousands on equipment and editing stuff for weeks, and they'll get 5 views, and then someone eating a tin of tuna has 600,000 views.
Well, we'll continue on, do what we like, because we like to have a drink. And on that note, au revoir. See you next week.
See ya. Bye-bye.